From bureaucracy's bus stop to your ears, this is the weekly meeting of the Queen City Improvement Bus Route. Each week, the dedicated staff of the Bureau ride the routes, fill up their transit cards, and survive on snacks that other riders leave behind. One day, maybe, we'll escape from this endlessly recirculating hell that is the Arcola Express, but until that day comes, this transit system is not going to improve itself. So here we sit, improving things. This meeting is now in session.
That was good.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
This is awesome. We're on transit.
I have never recorded. I don't think we've ever recorded a show where we're actually moving.
Yeah.
Before. We're generally kind of stationary.
I'm actually getting kind of car sick. I haven't moved this fast in years. So we're on the Express 60 to the Sustainable Donut.
Exactly.
The Tim Hortons
our
on
Lodestar.
Chuka Boulevard.
Chuka Boulevard.
We should do attendance.
Right. I believe first attendee is Lupa Nachid.
No.
Lupa?
No Lupa.
You're not Lupa?
No.
Oh, sorry. With all the movement on the bus, I think I mixed up the letters.
Oh, no.
They got jumbled on the sheet.
Okay.
So it should be Paul?
It is Paul Deshane.
Okay, Paul Deshane, you are here. First attendee down. Next attendee is Nadia?
No.
Nadia Nagro?
No, Nadia's.
Oh, I understand. I was looking at the name in a mirror. It's actually Aiden Morgan.
Aiden, that is you.
That is me.
All right, so we have both of us here. Do we have quorum?
Never.
No, but we do have guests.
Woo!
On the bus. You're not alone. So we have with us
Sukhwinder Gainda. I'm an ATU president, Local 588.
Hey, Sukhwinder. We also have
Shanon Zachidniak, Ward 8 City Councillor.
And finally, we have
Colin Lea-Wilson, long-time and long-suffering bus operator.
And, official improvement vector. Yeah, you were on our show, in our first year.
I suppose so. That long ago, hey?
Yeah. So I think that was 9 years ago, 10 years ago.
Yep.
Wow, I can't believe it was that long ago. Time goes by so fast.
Yeah. And you also rescued us briefly from a shark.
If you say so. My memory is not the greatest, so I'm happy to do that.
You don't remember when you drove a bus into the lobby of City Hall as we were being chased by a hyper-intelligent shark as the building was flooding?
It's coming back to me now, yes. That's what we do as bus operators. We save people.
You were also eaten by that shark.
Really? Didn't Mayor Fougere get eaten by that shark, too?
Mayor Fougere also got eaten by the shark. That's why we have a new mayor.
Good days. We called a snap election, and they actually elected him again.
Yeah.
But so then So 4 more years of, a half-eaten corpse.
So our plan here is that we're going to take the Express 60 out to Sustainable Donut on Chuka Boulevard and get donuts.
Sustainable ones.
Sustainable donuts.
What kind of materials do you think they use to make the donuts so sustainable?
Organic grains and microplastics.
See, I thought it would just be like a kind of a donut-shaped rock.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, like a granite torus or something.
Okay. Sukhwinder.
Yes.
You're the transit president
Yes.
for the union.
Yes,
But you're also a transit driver.
I am.
Yeah, and we call you transit operators, right?
Yes, that's correct, yeah.
Okay. How long have you been a transit driver in Regina?
I joined in 2011, so this year marks my 15 years.
Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what do you love about Regina Transit?
Oh, I love everything about the Regina Transit. It's helping the community going from one point to other point safely.
How's the public? Do you enjoy the transit riders?
Oh, yes, absolutely. It's 95% of my passengers are really good.
Yeah.
They make me feel like I'm taking my own family out somewhere.
Nice.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why we wanted to have you on the show today is that transit is a topic at council pretty much all the time. there was like an effort at budget time, like there was supposed to be like X amount of money put into transit and buses and stuff. We didn't get quite as much as
Yes,
those of us who use transit were hoping for. Can you talk about like how the funding is for transit and like what you would do to improve the transit system?
Yeah, definitely we need more funding. We need the first thing and the main thing which transit need to work on is the schedules. We need more time on the schedule. Last time our schedule was updated in 2013. So it's more than 13 years now. There's more ridership now. There's more traffic. But we are still going on schedules which were 13-year-old. So that's why it was hard for the driver to keep the bus on a time. So definitely funding for the schedules. Then definitely, I don't know what's going on with community nowadays, that drivers are just getting assaulted just for doing their jobs. So we need more help on that one too. Every day you will see 1 or 2 stories of driver getting assaulted. So we requested council last time that we need some peace officers who can come and help out the drivers or passengers too, so that they can feel safe. Driver can feel safe behind the wheel and passenger can feel safe riding the bus. So this time the council approved it, but I'm sorry to say that peace officer has been changed to service supervisors now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's just like other like transit operators, basically.
It's basically service supervisors. Better to explain it like this: they will kind of a security guard with no authority, no power, nothing at all. So I don't know why we are spending money on service supervisors instead of a real peace officers. Saskatoon got a real peace officers, real police officers.
Right.
Something comes, they can come and they can handle the situation. But these service supervisors, they are not authorized even to touch the passengers.
Really?
Yeah.
So do you know why that happened?
I have no idea. We talked with the management. We didn't get any answer yet.
And so when you say service supervisors, are these like basically people who typically would have worked in an office and are now just taking the bus, or?
No, they just have their own pickup trucks and they just go around and check for the detours and other stuff. And if you have a problem, they try to come on the bus and try to talk the passengers.
Right.
But eventually you have to call the cops for that.
Right.
So I think it's not worth spending money on service supervisor. We need peace officers.
Right. See, now my understanding was that the way it was going to work is that you would have like undercover marshals who would have like badges under their jackets, and if somebody was getting out of control, they would like stand up and they'd be like, "Stand down, sir."
There you go. I wish. Yeah.
So there's nobody secret, like you're not like lying. No. It's just like there's actually somebody on the bus right now making sure we don't get out of control.
Maybe.
Well, that's actually really disappointing, because wasn't it, Shanon, weren't you the one who moved the motion to get those peace officers? Are you disappointed?
Yeah, I'm disappointed, and we'll have to, I was going to say, I'm on the case. I think Sukhwinder and I can talk about that more and sort out what to do about that. This isn't the first time I've moved a motion or amendment and have been wondering what the heck happened to it after I moved it. Unfortunately, I'm practiced at this, Paul, so I'll look into it further. I do, in fairness, I do recall an update that when there were some conversations with the province, they had to change the name from peace officers because they're not actually officers. However, so maybe there was some miscommunication with what I moved and what administration had in mind. But, if we have an example that we can follow in Saskatoon that is different, then sure, I would suggest that we follow, at least look to understand what they did and what we can build on that they've hopefully had some success with.
So Kinder was talking about, just assaults and stuff. Colin, it's been almost a decade since we last had you in the Queen City Improvement Bureau. How have things changed? Here, you can take the mic. How have things changed in the decade?
Oh, I'd say the assaults and the abuse that bus operators take has increased dramatically. And as Suk mentioned earlier, the time that we have to complete our routes has not changed, and yet the city has grown quite a bit, means traffic has increased a lot, and also as our ridership has increased a lot. And increased ridership means more stops that we're making for pickup and drop off, which takes time. And we haven't been given that extra time that's required.
Really? So do you think it's just like, do we need just more buses and operators, or?
We definitely need increased frequency, and I think that's, to obtain that, we need more bus operators and more drivers.
Right.
Or more bus operators and more buses, I guess.
But that needs more money.
Doesn't everything?
I guess.
It's true.
Yeah. So why do you think it's worth spending the money?
I think public transit is a wonderful service. A lot of the newcomers to Regina are used to relying on public service. And I'm not sure, it varies from place to place, obviously. So I'm not sure what they're used to when they come to Regina. But I know that people that have even come from Winnipeg in the past, and this is years ago, they said that Regina Transit is not efficient at all. We have too many bus stops, and the frequency leaves a lot to be desired.
Well, and I think this is one of those routes. One of the reasons I wanted to take this is one of those routes where it's an express route, and yet to get from downtown to the end of the express line where we're going, 40 minutes. And you can drive that in like a quarter of that time. I think you can bike it in less time than that.
I'm pretty sure you're right. I ride my bike a fair bit, and I haven't biked this far, just because I don't find it. I have no need, I guess, is what I'm saying. But we have 4 express routes. The 30 express route, Rochdale University Express, that's a pretty good express route. It has really good service. Yeah. The 40, 50, and 60, they're express routes until they're not. They're express routes on the major roads, but then they get to residential areas and everything just slows down to a regular service, which that's why it takes 40 minutes, because right now we've left Arcola Avenue, now we're in a residential area, potentially stopping at every stop.
Yeah. And then there's like a time stop at the end here at which community center is it that we're stopping at?
Senator Schmuller. Senator Schmuller is the center. We get a time there, about 10 minutes break there.
Which, that could be time we're spending eating donuts.
Yeah, there you go, yeah. Eating donuts or using washrooms.
Has the amount of time that you guys have for bathroom breaks, has that improved?
Well, it's very normal for each operator to hold their pee for at least 2 hours. It is normal. I'm not joking. I'm not laughing. It is very normal for us to wait 2 hours. And after your loop comes back to downtown, or like now you're going to Tim Hortons, there you stop your bus and run inside. We don't have much time there to go and use the washroom. And we are fighting for that washroom breaks too, because that's a violation of your human rights. But still, city not doing anything. Still, we are on a schedule which is 13 years old.
And you've got, you're using those porta potties downtown too, right?
Executive Outhouse.
Oh,
That's an official name, yes.
Right on. So it feels like, was COVID the sort of the tipping point for transit? Is that when things started to change?
I can say yes. After COVID, there was, ridership's problem, and people lost their job. Maybe because of that, we get now more depressed, more sad people there. So it might play a role, but still, I won't say that it is 100% because of the COVID.
What's your experience been? Was it COVID? Was that the tipping point for you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The experience for bus operators changed dramatically during COVID, I would say.
Yeah.
The public has also changed. I think most people that are on the front lines dealing with others in a customer service way have noticed that the public has changed.
Yeah. Do you know why? Do you know what COVID did to it all?
Well, with isolation, I've heard other people say, like teachers included, that, with everyone being in isolation, everyone forgot how to deal with each other. We lost a lot of people skills. we didn't have to be polite with anyone because we were all alone or with a limited group. So I think that was lost as well amongst, not everybody, but amongst, I don't know. I'm not going to give a percentage to it, but I think a lot of people have forgotten that.
Right.
So people went feral, is what you're saying. After a couple of weeks indoors, they all went feral and started, eating each other.
Well, not all of them. Just a few.
You're listening to the Queen City Improvement Bureau on the bus on 91.3 FM CJTR AccessNow Community Radio, tuned into your community.
So where are we now?
Is it the Sarah Schmuller there?
Okay.
Yeah, this is the stop point. I think she get a 10 minutes break here.
Okay. And is the center open at this time?
I'm not sure. I normally don't drive on Sundays, so.
Right. Yeah, and this is, where are we now?
This is
Oh yeah, okay. Cool. And what's at the Sandra Schmirler? Is it just
There's a pool, there's a fitness facility, and a library.
Nice. We don't leave the sub-basement. So.
Judging by the lack of vehicles in the parking lot, I'm guessing that the Sandra Schmirler Center isn't open just yet.
Shannon.
Yes, Paul.
As a city councillor, I assume you never take transit?
Hey. Here, my answer to that is sometimes, but I should take it more. And I was just recommitting to myself that I need to take it to our meetings because it stops right in front of my house. So I don't have a good reason, and then goes right to City Hall. So I don't have a good reason not to take it. And so I just need to get into the habit. I know it is perfect. And when I do take it, it's a pleasure. And I mean, it's important to, especially as a city councillor, and I guess especially as the one who, has taken, has transit as a major focus to obviously to ride transit, not just sometimes, but more frequently. Thank you for calling me out, Paul. But I had already made that commitment in my head. Now I'm making it out loud.
Good. Yeah. Do you see a lot of your council colleagues on the bus? Do you guys ride, go for trips out to events and stuff
you
by
would
bus
think
together?
So, right?
Rider games?
I guess my answer to that is no. I was like, what is the diplomatic way of saying this? There is none. No, I don't. But maybe it's just because I'm not riding enough, and they're everywhere. Once I start riding more, I'll see them all the time on the bus.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe it's that. I'll let you know.
One of the things that I noticed in some of our plans is talk about, having a kind of a transit day or a transit week where that encourage, and just other incentives for city staff and councillors to use transit. These are long-standing things on our plans, and yet I don't see any of those things coming up. Does any of that exist?
So apparently there is a discount program for staff, and because this came up in our council meetings, and I can't remember, we have a discount program for not just our staff, but that can be utilized for staff in some of the larger corporations, I guess. Sometimes offer that, some of the ones downtown. So something exists. I would say, though, it's likely not promoted much because I wasn't even aware of it until that question got asked and answered at City Hall.
Any thoughts of budget time to put some money in marketing, stuff like that?
So I think it's just we have communication staff, and so I think it's just getting it prioritized in all the things that they could be communicating about at the city. I think, and I've had conversations with transit staff, that I think we need to be promoting the bus more in terms of ridership, awareness, and also all the reasons to promote the bus. There's lots of good reasons, not just to invest in the bus, but to ride on, for folks to ride the bus. And I don't know like how their internal work plan gets formalized. Obviously, I've given my feedback, but I'm working on something, always working on potential motions about how can we continue to explore investments and in transit, but also through alternative revenue tools.
Innovative ones?
Yeah, innovative. That's the one. Innovative revenue tools for transit. Like I went to a transit conference recently, and I have some thoughts on because as we know, it's always a battle during the budget process. It's like, what else should we be doing to ensure that we're maximizing transit investments? And whether it's through advertising, we are in the middle of a contract, but what are other cities doing? Some of them have transit merch. And I don't know how popular that would initially be in Regina, but I told staff, I was like, I will exclusively wear Regina Transit merch to kick things off. Maybe, I don't know if that would bring more people or turn people off, but I'll have Regina Transit earrings, pajamas, all of it. Shoes,
Ride my Regina
socks.
Transit slogan.
So there we go. But like there are cities that are actually making a brand from their transit or partnering with other entities probably more successfully than we are to in terms of offering tickets and those sorts of things. So I think there's lots of untapped opportunities that we could be exploring.
A couple like contentious things that came up at council at budget time that I wanted to get all of your perspectives on. One of them was the electric buses. So you've been a big advocate for electric buses. We are getting, is it 13 more this
They
year?
were delivered. So I think we have all 20 now.
Okay. And are they on the road now? Okay, so they're all on the road now. There is a motion on that's been passed that says that our buses in future should be electric buses. That's been called into question just because of the extreme expense. What is your position on electric buses going forward, considering how tight the budget has been?
Well, now officially it's changed to hybrid. Like that's the direction that they have right now, and it's the big barrier for me, like the real barrier that we have that exists regardless of how I feel about it is that the buses, we don't have money. We actually don't have clarity right now on our federal funding period for buses of any kind, of like any capital investments for buses. So of whether they're diesel, electric, hybrid, anything. So the federal government has made a lot of changes in relation to the funding stream, and they have yet to give us clarity on what that looks like moving forward. So unfortunately, we're in a position where we just have to wait to see how we can get buses, money for buses of any kind, never mind a scenario of electric buses, which used to have dedicated funding. And now, there's supposedly a mandate still, I'm sure this will be rolled back, where moving forward after, I can't remember the year, that municipalities are only purchasing electric, but there's not increased funding so that, because it does cost more, the initial investment is higher to buy an electric bus. Of course, it'll pay back in terms of the operational costs, but cities have a lot of financial pressures on them, and we can't just absorb these costs within our own budgets. So that's the big barrier that we and many other municipalities have. Hybrid buses are less expensive than the electric buses. I know that there was initially when the electric buses were rolled out, and this was in winter, there was, I believe it was in winter, there were some issues with at least one of the batteries, which was connected to a heating issue that once it was addressed, my understanding, what I've heard, and I guess we can hear if this is a different understanding from the operators, but what I've heard from staff and our data is that they are performing as expected. And so But like, unfortunately, and so that's great. Like, we have the 20 buses. We're not going to, although there's been some on councils like, let's just sell them back. Like, it's not a very wise financial move with an investment of any kind. So luckily, from what I've heard, they're performing as expected. Unfortunately, I'm not aware of any possibilities monetarily in the near future where even if we wanted to, that we at this time would be able to buy an electric bus. There's also the wait time to get a bus is long. So I think it's just going to take a bit of time for us to see what the electric bus market looks like for the whole country.
So, Sukhwinder, I understand that you came at budget time, you raised some concerns about electric buses. I understand that you received a little feedback because of that?
Just not a feedback, even the threatening calls too.
What?
Threatening calls too.
Really?
Yeah.
Threatening calls because they wanted to get rid of the electric buses?
Yeah, I don't know who were those guys, but I even complained to the RPS about that. And
really?
Yeah, but it's all over now. I mean, I'm not getting any calls anymore. Yeah. But as Shannon said, right now they're performing good, but the best answer maintenance staff and garage staff can give on this one. But I myself experienced them in the winter time.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking, they're not good for the Saskatchewan weather. They're not good for the winter. If they come up with a new technology on this one somehow, and then it might be something they can do.
Right.
But right now, I can say in summertime, yeah, they are doing good. We haven't seen any issue come across.
Do we have enough buses in the fleet, do you think, that if the electric buses had to, like, reduce the amount of time they were on the road or just not be used on, like, the coldest of days, that the diesel fleet, I think we have a hybrid or two, don't we?
We have 3 hybrid buses too, yes.
So do you think that those buses would be enough to, like, pick up the slack when the electric buses need a little extra cuddling?
Yeah, sometimes they have a problem, not always, but yeah. So let's see in the summertime. We're still using those buses, and I haven't come across any issue in the summertime.
Yeah.
So maybe their batteries are not good for heating the buses,
right.
But maybe for air conditioning they're working good. Yeah. So we have to wait another month to see.
So, because like we really only have, like, it's only like a number of days every year that is like really super duper cold. So how do they manage, like, on an average, like, minus 15 day?
They're still sending the buses out, and within 2-3 hours, we heard on radio that the operators are telling to the garage, the battery is just 15% left. So they tell them to stop there, and they come up with another change of buses there.
Yeah, and you can't just carry a few extra double A's in your back pocket to pop in.
Yeah, a couple of those, sure.
Electric buses we've talked about. I wanted to ask about free transit for 13 and unders. Does anybody want to take... Because I've heard from young transit users who get a lot of use out of it, who use it to get to school, that, and use it to go to their friend's house and go shopping and, exploring the city. But I haven't heard how this program has worked from a transit operator's perspective. Suk?
Yeah, definitely. I'm very happy with this, that fare free for the youth there, because that they can ride the bus safely. Even the high school kids, instead of driving their car, they're more safe on the bus there. But in the past, it was too much misuse and abuse of the system. Even 35 years old gets on the bus and say, I'm 13. And that challenges the intelligence of the operator.
I do believe when we got on this bus, you said you were 13.
I said that, yeah, I'm 13. So this is the problem. Now you're challenging the operator. Right. And from there, the argument starts. So that's why when we requested to the council and they approved it, thank you very much, that they started giving them ID and the bus passes issued by the city, and it is good until they get 13.
Right.
So now whenever anybody gets on the bus and they say I'm 13, they still have a card, they need to scan the card.
Right.
So I'm strongly in favor of this one.
Right. And that does mean that we get data on, how the 13-year-olds are using the buses.
Sorry to say, before we used to have those all datas, but not anymore.
Oh.
This new fare boxes doesn't collect any datas. Yeah.
I know.
Yes.
Really?
Yes, 100%.
I'm staggered by that news. I thought that was the whole point of using digital systems, is that
No,
we got sense of like how many riders were on the bus.
We
and
have a
stuff.
different numbers before there for VIPs or whosoever, the kids gets on the bus,
Right.
under 5, under 3. So we have a special button. We used to press those buttons,
Right.
and that tells us how many passengers got on the bus.
Right.
So that gives the city a number. But with this system, no.
So it doesn't track like how many U passes have been used.
It only tracks the U passes, but if
Oh, okay.
somebody's not using it or somebody underage comes on the bus, they don't have a track of that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you? So with this new transit pass for the 13 and unders, you feel that's like solved the problem? For the
For
transit?
now, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you like the new system?
The new fare box?
Yeah.
Need to be honest, or
Yeah, 100%.
I
This
don't
is an
like it.
honesty zone.
Okay, so I don't like it at all.
How come?
No. You can't even see the bus pass or the screen there where people drop the coins, and it doesn't even tell how much coins are going in there.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's the motive of them to face it to the opposite direction than the operator.
Yeah.
So it's
That's
make
a
it
really
free
good
for
point.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can see all those machines are facing totally different directions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good point. Could you just turn it?
No.
No?
We need some tools with us. They should give us some tools to turn it around
Yeah.
as we wish.
Yeah. I can remember ages and ages and ages ago in Europe taking the bus, and you'd just get on the bus, and then a guy would walk up and down the aisle. So you'd sit at the front, walk up, and he'd have a little leather pouch, and you'd give him money, and he'd issue you change, and he'd give you a little ticket that he'd ka-chunk. I would like to go back to that.
Well, if you have enough time, definitely I want to go back to that.
Yeah.
But while driving a bus, we're already running late, and then arguing with the passengers over the changes.
You'd have a second person on every bus.
Oh, it's second person?
yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
definitely.
yeah. Ticket guy.
Yeah. And most of the...
I will be the fare collector. I don't know if you will pay for that, but
I would love to be a fare collector.
know.
I would hate to drive a bus, but I would love to just
Paul
go
and
up
I
and
will
down.
do it.
Yeah.
We'll split the routes.
Well, then I love to drive the bus, so I'll drive the bus. Shannon can be my fare collector there then.
I actually thought
I
if
would
they...
just let people get on for free. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, same.
I'd be like, oh, you don't have any money today? It's fine. It's fine.
Well, again, if you want to be honest there, yes, we are paying too much taxes, so I 100% believe that transit should be free for everybody.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, 100% I believe on that one. Because you're making free for some and not free for others,
Yeah.
and that creates the differences, and that creates the trouble with the driver and the passengers. When it's free for everybody, we don't care. We do the football charters, and we know on the football charter we don't expect anybody to pay.
Right.
And there's no problem at all with drivers or passengers. So if it's like that, we 100% we're okay with fare-free transit. City can do easily this thing.
Yeah. And you have no trouble with passengers on the Rider Express?
No, not at all. Not even one time.
But these are drunk people.
Oh, I love when they're drunk. They shout, it's okay. But they don't abuse you. They don't assault you.
Even if the riders lose.
Oh, well, then they're not too loud on the bus. Yesterday they were too loud on the bus.
They're just depressed.
Yeah.
So a jubilant or a depressed rider is good
Yeah.
for you.
Well, I know Regina people. They don't easily get depressed. So even if they lose, they know the next game is coming. They will win for sure.
There's always more
Yeah.
football. Yeah. Huh. All right, Colin, how's your experience been as an operator of fare-free transit and having all the teens on the bus?
Well, I think it's a lofty goal, and
Yeah.
I read the report that was given to City Council, and I don't see how that's affordable. When we'd have to order 16 new buses, I think, at a cost of $1.4 million each.
Right.
Where's that money coming from? I don't see how that's going to happen. It'd be nice if the public school board and separate school board can contribute and help out with the funding for that, but they're just as strapped as the city is for cash. So
Yeah.
as nice as that would be, I understand the goal of getting all kids to school on time, removing any barriers to to getting to school and also creating that future passenger, I don't know that it's attainable. It's
Right.
nice. It'd be great to have, but I don't see how it's possible.
One of the things that I heard from administration was that a nice outcome of the 13 and unders getting the free passes is that they actually saw an increase in revenues because like parents were taking their young children on the bus with them. Did you see an increase just in like ridership in general from that part of the program at least?
I did not, but anecdotally, I heard that it was expensive to take families on the bus because if they were over 5, you had to pay for them previously.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine that it must have increased for families and making it more affordable. So I think that was brilliant.
Yeah. Because the bus is actually like when you get up over $3 for a ride each way, that starts to get to be a pricey bit of transportation, and that's per person.
Yes, and it's only gotten more pricey with
Yeah.
the cash fare increasing to $350 and the removal of paper transfers. That
Right.
saved, I don't know, $858,000 or something like that. And so if we're scrimping and saving and removing ease of use by removing transfers, how are we going to afford the money that's required for,
Right.
all teenagers to ride for free?
Right. More taxes?
I suppose that's always an option.
Yeah. Excuse me. Okay, so where are we now, though? I'm very disoriented.
Just approaching Chuka Boulevard there.
Because everything is really new and pretty. Yeah. I'm not used to this.
About more 5 minutes for our Tim Hortons stops.
Oh, really? Oh, good. Because I'm getting very hungry from all this bus riding. Could we drive the bus?
Sure. We can request the driver there and she can have some time off and we can go there and drive.
We could do donuts in the donut shop parking lot?
Sure.
Right on.
I think I've hit on a money-saving measure, an innovative revenue tool. Instead of drivers, sorry, Colin, we just get people to drive. It could be like a road. If you ride the bus, you can throw in a little extra, and you get to be the driver.
Every trip would be an adventure.
Exactly, and which might end in fiery death. You never know, but an adventure nonetheless.
Can I talk about the report? I'm dying
Yes.
to talk about the
Oh,
report.
yeah.
Could I talk
Okay.
about it?
So this is about the transit for all high school kids.
Yes, I have a solution.
Oh, sweet. Let's hear it.
Okay, so I have an amendment ready, which is how we can continue to explore this concept, because there were 2 options presented in the report. There's not just 2 options in any report of how we can move forward. So we gave, do nothing or do everything. And so I'm proposing a different option, which is how can we continue to get better data, because our data was called in, the principal of the school had different data than what our staff had in terms of what were the impacts for the students in relation to attendance. And attendance is an important data point, but for some students more than others, that attendance, there's an impact on attendance, and there's other impacts that we didn't measure. So I would like us to get better data. I would like us to use existing resources, and I would like us to work towards a long-term solution that wouldn't be shouldered exclusively by the city. We have a school board council liaison committee where we can continue to talk about long-term plans and how we could roll something out in a way that would be financially sustainable. So more on that to come, but my amendment is that we continue at Johnson providing fare free transit for the whole school, because we know we can do it, and also that we do 1 grade at 2 other high schools, so in order to expand it. And the 2 high schools are the highest needs schools as identified by each school board, so that would be Scott Collegiate and also O'Neill. And
Okay.
staffs believe that we can accommodate grade 12s there without adding a bus. And I guess the good thing about grade 12s is that after the pilot, hopefully those folks continue on as paid riders, right? So there's a definite immediate potential benefit when after they've had their year, because I also want to do it for a year, of fare-free transit, that they continue on and contribute more to transit revenue. So we can do all of that with existing resources, and the only financial impact is the folks who are currently riding who would no longer be paying. I believe it was like around $80,000 of potential lost revenue if you just exclusively look at it that way per year, right? Yeah. So honestly, a drop in the bucket of our municipal finances. And so I worked with administration to come up with this amendment. I spoke with transit advocacy groups. I spoke with a national transit organization that wants to help us collect better data. So I just need a bit, it was the mayor who asked to table it when we were approving the agenda. With a bit more time, hopefully I can shore up the support needed for that to pass.
And that'll be coming on June 24th?
That's correct.
Okay. So people could come out and talk to that.
Well, because it was tabled, nobody new can sign up now. We have nine delegates ready to come speak to, yeah. And so, I mean, people can contact council, people can show up at the meeting, but we'll hear from, I think it was 9 folks who already signed up in favor of fare-free transit, period. But they, there's other ways to communicate with council, but folks won't be able to sign up as delegates.
Right. So are we just about there? Like a couple more stops. But are we on Chuka now?
Yes.
Okay.
To take a loop around. It would be an express if it went straight down Chuka, but we took a loop around to service more passengers.
It was fascinating to see some of the houses that we had.
Sure.
Maybe we should have express buses and then express-ish buses.
I like that. All right, where is this? Okay, so we're passing Brown's Craft House. And, oh my God.
Brown's Social House.
Is that an innovative revenue tool? Will you be getting some money now from Brown's for promoting them on air?
I reviewed them in the pages of Prairie Dog some years ago, and they will never, ever be contributing anything to us.
That's good that you reminded them of that. Yes.
Oh, yeah, it's, just, rehashing old grievances. It's, great fun on a Sunday morning.
Okay, this is it. This is our stop coming up. I can see the Sustainable Donut.
Yeah.
There it is, with its mighty green roof that doesn't peak above the roof line.
Is this it beside us?
Yeah. All right, so we're going to be getting off here. And I guess I'll actually insert our Sustainable Donut song. Here we are. Aiden, have you ever been down to Chuka Boulevard and the Sustainable Donut?
I have been down to Chuka Boulevard. This will be my first time at the Sustainable Donut Tim Hortons.
Oh, there is grass on the roof.
It's not green, but there's grass.
Yeah.
Oh, here, Shannon. You were instrumental in getting
Oh
this
my
passed.
God! I was not.
Yes, you were.
I was not instrumental.
Yes, you
Paul
were.
Shane.
You voted for it.
Okay.
You
Yes.
were like, "This, we need more donuts." You said.
Is this all? I should do a reconsideration motion, right? And
Yeah.
strip away the permission.
Yeah.
Okay. I was not instrumental to correct the record.
All right.
But can I say that I'm wearing my sustainability socks and a sustainability pin as
Nice.
I'm here? We're fighting climate change together, Paul,
We are.
as we prepare for a donut. Right, Aiden?
Yeah.
Correct.
You're listening to the Queen City Improvement Bureau on the bus on 91.3 FM CJTR AccessNow Community Radio, tuned into your community.
We made it, Aiden.
We did. I don't know how we did it, but we did.
And I got my, say it with me, what?
Sustainable donut. Very good. How is it?
It's very good. It doesn't translate into audio very well, it being a donut.
No, donuts make terrible interviews.
Yes, they do.
So, how was the fryer? To my mingled disappointment and relief, my donut was not made of granite, as I'd been
Okay.
promising. Appeared to be made of regular ingredients. Also, really sweet. A lot of sugar.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Not mad at it.
Well, I think we're getting pretty close to that time.
Yes, I think now that we've been let off the bus, we're free.
Yeah.
So we can.
Now we have to figure out how to get home
Oh no! On a Sunday.
on a Sunday.
With a transit
on the
in this
transit
city?
system.
All right. Well, we should thank our guest today.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks a lot, Sukhwinder. We're going to shut it down here. Colin, thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you for having the call. Thank you.
Anytime.
Any
Shannon?
closing words?
I just appreciate seeing the fruits of our labor in because my recollection is this was to be the most sustainable Tim Hortons in Canada, and it's just really refreshing to see it all in action. We see a living wall, some dead grass on the roof, a waterfall. There is a waterfall. It's
Yep.
a pretty waterfall, I did have a bit of difficulty, though, I will say, trying to get my coffee in a reusable mug. There were some restrictions involved in that, but maybe it is the most sustainable Tim's in Canada. We don't know.
Right.
It could
Low
be.
bar.
And so there we go. And I mean, I don't even know what to say about that. So thanks a lot, Paul. Thanks for the downer on my day. But other than that, I'm feeling...
Happy Sunday, Shannon.
right. Feeling good about life, except for right this second. Thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Right on. Sukhwinder, do you have any final things you want to say?
All good. Thank you very much, Paul, for having us here. Thank you for the coffee and muffin. I love this place. Thanks again.
Cheers. Anytime. You're welcome on the show anytime. Colin.
I'm glad we got to experience the Express Regina Transit.
Yeah, it almost filled our full hour. Yeah. Well, let's hope that it's not like another decade before you're on the show. You're always welcome.
Wait, you didn't say I was always welcome. I just want to circle back.
Yeah.
Thank you, Paul and Aiden. It's always a pleasure to be on your show. That is true. Thank you.
You are most welcome.
All right.
All right. Until next week.
I guess I'll move a motion to adjourn.
Oh yeah, let's pass that motion. You've been listening to the Queen City Improvement Bureau, 91.3 FM, AccessNow Community Radio. Tune into your community. We are the Queen City Improvement Bureau. As I said, your hosts are Paul Deshen and Aidan Morgan. Music by Guidewire, aka Ryan Hill. Many guests today as we rode the rails. Not the rails, the buses. I like rails better. It's alliterative. And thanks to all of them. What else? Well, you can find us on, of course, on the radio.
QCIB.com.
At QCIB.com, AccessNow.ca, I believe. Maybe AccessNow Radio. I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm donut drunk right now. We'll see you all next week. Keep on improving, Regina.
The Queen City Improvement Bureau was brought to you by the number 60, Arcola Express. Why rush a good thing? The Queen City Improvement Bureau would also like to thank Dark Hall for their support of 91.3 FM CJTR AccessNow Community Radio and this show. Coming up this month at Dark Hall, Collective Studios Summer Showcase on June 20th. On the big screen, presented by Living Skies Irish Dance on June 21st, and Beatlemania Revisited on June 27th. Find Dark Hall's full schedule of events at darkhall.ca. And remember, that's dark with a silent E.